So CB stands for coding bat, and that is the beginner programming place. So can you open Firefox inside of Linux for me? You can just close that one. I think we're done. All right, go to codingbat.com, CODINGBAT, like the animal.
Coding bats.
Apparently it's .org, or maybe it's .coding. Just type coding bat, maybe. Okay, there we go. Java or Python, it doesn't matter. Click warm up one. First one, doesn't matter, or a random one. Control scroll to zoom in. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so in the terminal over there, run vim, vim. No, oh, sorry, don't type in run almost ever. Vim space warmup1.erl. Okay, hit enter. Type minus insert mode, minus module, open paren.
Paren, like this?
Oh, yep, warmup one. Close paren, period. Hit enter, new line again, it doesn't matter. Minus export. Oh, actually, correction, delete all of that. Oh, no, okay, escape. Hit you. So you need the module line. Okay,
Keys not working.
Because you didn't escape. So you basically did nothing. So you inserted all of that and then deleted everything. And then from Vim's perspective, you didn't do anything.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
So type module warmup one.
Insert mode, module, warm
It
up
has to,
one, parentheses.
yeah. And you need a dash at the beginning.
Ay. Why is it? This is going to be such an annoying thing.
It's going to be annoying, and then it's going to be a superpower. Then you
So it
need a
needs to be a
period at the
space.
end.
Okay.
No, you need a period at the end, and you need a minus sign at the beginning of the line. So escape, capital I to insert at the beginning of the line, and then minus sign. Escape, :W. Hit enter. That's just to write. Okay, cool. Lowercase o, that creates a new line below the current cursor and hits enter, and then drops you into insert mode.
Okay.
Minus compile, open paren, open square brace, export, underscore, all, ALL. Close paren, close brace, close paren, period. And then write. Escape and then :W. Okay, now hit enter, or sorry, O to open a new line. Okay, hit enter a couple times just for Erlang does not care about white space at all. So white space means nothing in Erlang for the most part. Anyway, so what you're gonna do, so read the exercise.
Okay.
All right, so um, first thing, let's talk about some Erlang syntax. To define the function, you type, functions have to start with lowercase in Erlang, so it's sleep underscore in is the convention. In Java, the convention is to use camel case. In Erlang, it's snake case. So sleep underscore in.
This is where we're declaring it.
Yep, sleep underscore in. Or that's either one is a valid function name in Erlang. It's conventional to use snake case. Open paren. Okay, variables in Erlang start with capital letters. So weekday and vacation, comma,
Do I have to declare it's a Boolean or no?
no. So Java is a statically typed language where you have to declare what type things are. Erlang is a dynamically typed language, which means it is decided at runtime what type things are.
Okay.
Yes. So that can be both a superpower and like a huge fucking problem. Okay. Not quite. So, okay, so that's a good idea. So first I would hit escape, and I would put a comma between weekday or a space between the comma and the capital V. In, insert and then hit space and then escape. Okay, now go to the end of the line. $sign to go to the end of the line. There we go. Hit insert or I to insert, space, and then dash greater than, like make an arrow. Okay, now hit enter to go to the new line. Oh, it automatically indents, which is annoying. Okay, so I will just give you the answer for this one, unless you want to guess.
No, I have no idea.
Okay, yeah. Um, so weekday is true if it's a weekday, and parameter vacation is true if we are on a vacation. So we sleep in, it just tells you the answer there. If it is not a weekday or we're on vacation. So open paren. This is just not knowing the language, which is fine. NOT space capital weekday, close paren, space, or else, ORLESE. I think or also works in Erlang, but you almost want to use or else. So the difference between or and or else, space vacation and then exit. So the difference between or and or else, so or will make sure that it evaluates both operands, and or else will, because or is true if both of the operands are true, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so or will make sure that it evaluates both of them. Or else evaluates the first one, and if it's false, it says, okay, I can tell right now the whole expression is false, so I'm not going to bother evaluating the second one. Sometimes you want behavior A, sometimes you want behavior B. Just depends on the context. Okay, now
Okay.
do you remember how to write and get out of Vim?
Write and get out of Vim.
Save the file and get out. Yep,
WQ, yeah. Okay.
okay. Type ERL, hit enter. C, Charlie, open paren, warm up one, close paren period. Hit enter. Okay, yep, all functions will be exported. Now type warmup1 colon sleep in underscore in open paren true and true colon comma true
True,
or
comma, true.
true, comma, space,
Space,
true.
true, close. Okay.
Close paren, you need a period otherwise. So Erlang state, and then hit enter. Cool, hey, works. Okay, now try the other options.
Warm up one, sleep underscore in,
The
false, true.
normal, yeah, so it is not a weekday and we are on vacation. So that should be true, I think. Okay. And then it'll only be false if it is
Both
both a
not.
weekday, both a weekday and we're not on vacation.
So warm up one, sleep underscore in. So if it is a weekday and we're not on vacation, do we get to sleep in? False. Okay.
Okay, cool. All right. I think you got the idea. So to get out of the Erlang shell, normally I would just have two windows open, but to get out, you type in Q, open and close paren, and then period. Okay, then I would just have two windows open. So I would hit Control Shift N to open a new window. On most terminals, that's what it does. Okay, cool. And now see it's in the same directory. I think you can make it in like the bottom corner, if that makes sense. So like drag it to the there, like there, that works. Okay, now click chance on the warm-ups. Okay. So what is the
Shit.
it's really annoying, I know. Okay, cool. Loud talking parrot, the hour parameter is the current time in the range. I would put Erlang in the small one and Vim in the big one, but it's up to you. It's your thing. Okay, cool. Then go to the other one, Q, to get out.
Oh,
What'd you forget? No, 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 no. So hit Q, open close paren, and enter again. No, 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 no. That's in Vim that you need the colon. Q, open close paren, and then hit enter without the period. Now just hit period and hit enter. Because statements in Erlang have to be terminated by a period. And if it doesn't see the period, it's like, oh, you're entering more stuff.
okay.
So Erlang is not a white space delimited language. Some languages are. Erlang is not one of them. Okay, so type vim warmup1.erl again. Okay, now hit enter a couple times, or
So
O,
how the
and
fuck did
then
this not weekday or else vacation?
how
Okay.
does it do it?
Never mind. Continue.
No, what was your question? What was your question?
How does it work? So
It's a function.
how does it come up with an answer true or false based on what we put in? So it makes sense to me. Sleep in, weekday true, vacation true, sleep in true. Sure. But how did it come to the how does it know to put out true?
Okay, so go to the Erlang shell.
Oh wait, not weekday or else vacation. Okay, go to the Erlang shell, yeah.
Just type not true, period, enter.
Not space true, period, enter.
Yep. And then not false, period, enter. Okay, so literally what it does is says weekday is whatever you typed in. It's true. It goes and
Oh,
substitutes it
okay. Yeah,
in,
no, it makes sense.
and
That
then
makes sense. Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
just goes in and substitutes everything. That's it. All
And
right.
if this is false, then it doesn't even bother to check this. Okay. Or if
Correct.
this is
Yes.
okay.
If it yeah, so if the left-hand operand is false, um, so for instance, okay, here let me show you hello world. Type in IO
On
in the
here?
Erlang shell. No, in the Erlang shell, yeah. IO colon format, open paren, open quote, hello world, \n. Oh, try that and see what happens. Close paren. Yeah, so see how it doesn't have a new line? You have to explicitly put the new line in. So hit up arrow to just go to the previous line, and then Control B will go back a word. It has that's called it has the standard Emacs key bindings, and then hello world before the close quote \n.
If this has standard Emacs, shouldn't I be learning Emacs instead of Vim? Just so it's compatible or no?
It doesn't. It, you can if you would rather do Emacs, we can rather do Emacs. So that's not gonna do. That's gonna syntax. Well, I mean, try it. Yeah. So what you tried to print is the string hello world divided by the symbol n.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, and it's gonna go, what the fuck are you doing? So, and that's a forward slash. So hit backspace a few times to get back into the string.
So
So
here,
delete the close quote.
okay.
Okay, backslash, which is the other slash, n, close quote, close print. There you go. Okay, so notice that variables in Erlang have to, or they're called patterns. They're not, Erlang doesn't have variables because they don't vary. So type capital X is equal to 5, period. Period. Cool. Now type capital X, period, 5. Okay, now type capital X is equal to 3, period. It says, no, fuck you, X is equal to 5. Now type lowercase x is equal. Oh, actually, correct. Just to capital Y, period. Variable y is unbound. That's not a thing. But try lowercase y, period, enter. So things that start with lowercase in Erlang are called atoms. And so true and false are just atoms. They're not special Boolean values. They're just atoms. So y, it is a symbol and it means y and it doesn't mean anything else. So IO format, if it works, it returns OK. It returns the atom OK. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's try to see if you can do parrotTrouble. If you're talking, you're muted.
We have a loud talking parrot. The hour parameter is the current hour time in the range 0.23. We are in trouble if the parrot is talking and the hour rate before 7 or after 20. Return true if we are in trouble.
The dot dot is just standard sort of shorthand for 0 up to 23 inclusive on both sides.
Okay, we have a loud talking parrot. The hour parameter is the current hour and time range of 0 to 23. We are in trouble if the parrot is talking and the hour is before 7 or after 20. Okay.
All right, so let's try this one. This one's a little harder because you're working with different types. So go over to Vim. Let's see what you can come up with.
So delete all this.
Or not delete. No. Keep it there. Keep it there. You
Okay.
can just make another function. So and O to start a new function. I would put a few blank lines. They're not required, but that's just for readability. And then parrot under trouble. You turn caps lock on instead of hitting A. Notice that function names, by the way, are atoms.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be a lowercase p, but you can fix that in a minute. And then you
Well,
need
doesn't it?
talking and
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh,
Shit.
hit tilde um, to change the case of the character under the cursor. So when you're in normal mode, sorry, so hit escape, shift, hit this tilde to the squiggly line. So shift, and the back tick. There you go. And that'll swap the case of the thing under the cursor. If you hit V or get escape, go back into visual mode and select the whole function name, like parrotTrouble. Hit V to go into visual mode. Hit 0 to go to the beginning of the line. Okay,
Okay.
now hit tilde again.
The fuck did I do? Okay.
Shift.
Tilde.
It'll change the whole thing, and then just U to undo that. Shift A, and then you need two parameters, talking and hour.
Okay. And then what's the arrow for?
That says that the left-hand side of the arrow is the definition, and the right-hand side of the arrow is what it goes to. So it's just for it's like f of x equals blah blah blah, but instead of equals, it's an arrow.
Okay.
Okay, so the parrot is talking and the hour. So parrot is talking. So what would that be?
Talking is true.
Yes. How do you express that? Given that talking is a Boolean.
So what do I do? Parrot. Fuck me. Underscore trouble. And then I would do true. And then I have to give it a time value. So,
The hour is between 0 and 23.
right. But we want it to return true if we are in trouble. Okay. If the parrot is talking and the hour is before 7 or after 10. So, can I do a range? Like 1 to 6?
Yes. So what I would do here, um, so I just hit escape, CC to change the whole line. Um, for this, I would do capital talking, space, and also. You can do and also have the same relationship as or and or else. So it
Okay.
doesn't matter. Space, open, two open parens. Hour is less than 7. Space, less than, space, 7. And then how would you express or after 20?
Or like that? Post.
Yep, there you go. There isn't an ambiguity here in terms of infix operator precedence in terms of order of operations. However, for my own autism, I always like to group things in parentheses the way that I do. It's totally optional though. It's entirely up to you.
So this open parentheses can be over here.
Yeah, I would put it there. So
Oh shit.
escape and then lowercase a. Oh, no, you got to escape,
Yeah.
hit L, lowercase a, or there. No,
Here, lowercase a, bam.
yeah, inserts after the cursor. Okay, but now you have mismatched parens. You see
So I
that?
just got to
How
get rid
you?
of this one.
Ooh, I would not, but because you see how you're mixing and or. See, I don't
Yes.
know what the level of precedence is there. So I'm not sure if it would bind talking and hour together. So whenever there's a case of infix precedence being a little wonky, where I'm like not 100% sure how the terms are going to get grouped together, I always just put in too many parens because then it's at least maximally clear. Does that make sense? And then what did you
Mm-hmm.
forget here to
Equals
terminate your
true.
function?
Oh,
Mm-mm.
don't I have to declare that this means it's true?
Well, here, do me a favor. So go back to the go back to the Erlang shell, or hit escape colon W to save our work. Okay, cool. Let's go back to the Erlang shell. Now type in this is just a common beginner thing that you don't realize. Um, type capital A is equal to true. Hit period. Now now A is the value true. If you so equals is both assignment and assertion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so type in X space correction, capital X, sorry, space. Remember X is equal to 5. So do
Mm-hmm.
X equals colon equals equal colon equal space.
Is that like colon equals like that?
Yes, exactly like that. The whisker operator equals 5. Hit period. So that is an operator that checks if the two operands are the same, and if so, returns the Boolean or returns the atom true. And if you type in x is equal to 3, or x equal colon equal 3, it'll return false. And then for not equals, it's equals slash equal.
Motherfucker.
Okay, now type a equals colon equals true. Great, now type in a, or period. Okay, now set b equal to false, so b equals false, just assignment. B equals colon equals true. So notice that testing if x is equal to true returns the same thing as x in every single case, assuming x is a Boolean. So you don't need to test is all of this equal to true, because if it's true, you're testing if a value that is either true or
Oh,
false
got it.
is equal
Okay.
to true. You can just return the value. It's beginner programmers always make that mistake. It's not every single person makes that mistake. And it's not even a mistake, it's just not
So if I
realizing you
do
can
like
simplify.
parrotTrouble equals 6, it'll say false, or it'll say true based on this.
Uh, so try it. So let's go. Okay, so let's try it and see.
So if I wrote it in here, then it'll pop up in here, like the function is set.
You've got to reload the module. So do C of warm up 1 again.
C of warm up 1.
Yeah, C for compile.
Oh, C space warm up 1. Period. Okay.
Uh, no, it's C of, so C paren.
Okay.
Close. There we go. And it's a warning. Okay, actually, you want to get that warning to go away? That's really annoying. You want me to show you how?
Sure.
Go back to the function, or go back to the Vim. Go up to the compile line. And before the close square brace, so after the lowercase l, hit insert, comma, space, no warn, NOWARN, underscore export underscore all. Escape : WQ. Okay. Oh, oops.
Just W.
Just escape. Yeah.
Okay.
And then go back to the. Okay,
Okay.
cool. So let's try inputting some values into parrotTrouble. Dude, how do you
Parrot.
have 107 Discord notifications?
Don't worry about that. I got a lot of discords that I just like community discords that just pop off, but like none of the information pertains to me.
Why don't, okay,
Yeah,
why
I
don't you
could
just
hide
mute the notification?
notifications. I could, but I
Okay,
I muted the auditory notifications. I don't mute anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Don't worry
Okay,
about that, okay?
okay,
Don't make me feel popular.
it's your thing. Okay,
Parrot trouble. So is the parrot talking? We'll say he is talking, and the hour is
I would use the examples that they have and make sure that it works on those.
okay. So true space 6, and that should return. Oh, period.
Now, what was the
Undefined.
mistake you made? I noticed this mistake and didn't point it out. What was the mistake you made? You got to call into the module. So it's trying to call a built-in shell command parrotTrouble. And you got to call warmup1 : parrotTrouble.
Oh, so is that warm up one?
Colon. No, not warmup1 of, : parrot under trouble.
Got it. True. And then true 7. No.
And then Control D is to delete a character. The character in front. There you go.
False.
That's correct. Then for false and 8.
It's false 6.
Oh, okay.
False. We win.
Cool.
Ta-da.
All right. You want to try another
Okay.
one?
Why not?
We can try some harder problems, but it seems like this is a good level of difficulty. Okay, cool.
Given a string, return a new string where not has been added to the front. However, if the string
Ooh.
already begins with not, return the string unchanged.
Yeah, so this is a Java thing. Okay, this is actually a good opportunity to learn some about a feature in Erlang called pattern matching. So go back to Erlang. I'm just gonna have to tell you how to do this one
Erlang.
because, or
This is Erlang.
sorry, go back to Vim.
Vim.
Start a new function.
New function.
Go to the end of the, so hit Shift G to go to the end of the file, and then O to start a new line.
Okay.
Not understring. what it would be called. Okay, open paren, type open quote, not space. Oh wait, if the string already begins with, okay, no, not the space. Forget the space. Delete the space. Close quote. Space plus plus space S or uppercase S. Sorry. Oh wait, no. Sorry. Correction. Replace the S with an underscore. Okay. Close paren. Now go before the open quote. So escape and navigate back to before the open quote. Type before the open quote. Insert. Type in
Okay,
there.
yes, yes.
There we go. S space equals uppercase S. Sorry. Space. Okay. Now go Shift A to append. Goes to, or the minus greater than the arrow. Space S semicolon. Now new line, not under string of S, close quote, or close paren, sorry, goes to, or arrow, space, I'm just double checking, open quote, not, space, close quote, space, plus plus S, period. I would put a space between plus plus and S, but I don't think it matters. There we go. And then write and quit. Or write, you don't need to quit. Okay, now go over to Erlang, compile warmup 1, or C of warmup. I think compile also works. I'm not sure, but C of warmup 1.
Warm up 1, period. Okay. Am I ready to write wallets that handle people's money yet?
No. You should not be doing anything that goes anywhere close to people's money at this
Yeah,
point.
no, I'm
Um,
kidding.
yeah, no, but this is where everyone starts here.
No,
Um,
I know.
okay, so let's play around with the plus plus. So first thing that you need to understand about okay, do open paren or correction, open square brace. Opens close square brace and then hit period. Okay, now open square brace, 1, the numeral 1, and then close square brace. Okay, cool. Now do open square brace 1, 2, 3. Okay, now do open square brace 0, space, pipe, the vertical bar, space, the parenthesis, open brace or open square. I'm just going to call it open square, 1, comma 2, comma 3. Close square, period. So lists in Erlang are one of two things. They're either the empty list or they are an element prepended onto an existing list. This is very
Mm-hmm.
common in languages. Okay, so to concatenate two lists, do 1, comma 2, comma 3. So open square 1, 2, 3, close square, space, plus plus, open square, 4, 5, 6, close square. Then hit enter. Okay, now hit up arrow. Now go to Control A to go to the beginning of the line. Just type L, capital L, is equal to that. Hit enter. Okay, now do open brace or open square 1, comma 2, comma 3, close square, space, plus plus, space M, uppercase M, space equals L, period. Hit enter. So now see what M is. What do you think M is going to be?
4, 5, 6.
Yep. So just check. Okay, cool. So strings, text strings are just lists of characters, and characters are just numbers. So open square, $H, comma, or lowercase, uppercase, doesn't matter. $E, comma, $L, comma, $L, comma, O. So I'm typing out close square, period. Yes. So the $sign, so type in $H, period. So this is just Erlang syntax. So the way that H is represented in computers is just the number 104. And this is just a
Mm.
convention that 104 means H. E
Mm-hmm.
is whatever E is, and this syntax $whatever gets you the character, the number associated with that character. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, what we're seeing here, so type open quote, or correction, open quote, not NOT, close quote, space, plus plus, space X, or I think we already have defined X. What's the letter we haven't used? C, space, equals the string notary. Open quote, notary, close quote, period. Hit enter. Forgot your period. So what is C going to be?
C is going to be airy.
Okay, so now um, type F, open paren, no, sorry, lowercase f. It stands for forget, C, period. C, close paren. So that now type C, C period, enter. Yeah, so it just said this is just a thing where because when you run out of variables eventually. Um, so now hit up arrow a couple times so you get to the not plus plus line. Okay. Oh, hit backspace a couple times to get back to the previous line. Okay, now let's just switch it to a different, instead of notary, a different string that doesn't start with NOT, just bananas or something.
Just literally thinking banana. Okay.
Close quote,
Bananas.
hit enter. Okay, so now it's going to say it doesn't match. Now, if we look back at the code, the way that this is going to work is it's going to attempt the first, so there's basically two different function definitions, and it's going to attempt the first one. And it says, okay, not string, when the string is not prepended onto, and the underscore just means I don't care. It just ignores it. So if it's not plus something, we're just going to return S. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes.
And then, okay, well, in the cases where that works, it's just going to do nothing. But if it's not string of S, and if so if the string doesn't begin with NOT, then it's going to try the first one, and then it's going to fail, and now it's going to try the second one. It's going to go not string of S, and there's no qualification there, so that's going to match on everything, and it's going to be not
Ah,
plus plus S.
I see.
So do me, and another thing is Erlang is dynamically typed, so it is just going to add, so yeah, what the hell are you doing?
What the hell is this not it?
Or try, it's warm up one colon.
Okay. What the hell am I doing? Okay. Not string like this.
Yes, of notary.
Of is this?
Yes. What's going to happen when you run this?
This is gonna give me notary.
Try
So it's
it.
gonna
What happened? Why is it doing that?
it's
This is a dynamically typed language in action. This is what happens.
is it treating not as a numbered list?
Well,
So
yes,
NOT
yeah, yeah.
space and the space is 32, I'm guessing. So it's just giving me the numbers and then appending that onto notary.
But why is it not giving you a string back?
I don't know.
Because you passed an atom in, because you forgot the quotes. So it passed in the atom notary.
Oh, got it. Okay, so what I need to do is like, oop,
Yeah, so now you're gonna start using the Vim fucking commands. And
yeah,
there, anyway, hit
I
enter.
did try to use the Vim commands. Okay,
Yeah, so now it'll work because now it's matching the first one.
right. So if I do that again, but change notary to something like bananas, it'll say not bananas. Ah, look at that.
Yeah,
So we're just going to, for my amusement, we're going to type in candy. It's going to say not candy. We're going to type in X. It's going to say not X. And we're going to type in not bad. And it's going to write not bad. Wow.
all right. Yeah, so you see why I do these programs to learn about the language. It's like, oh fuck, how do I concatenate strings? How do I check the beginning of a string? Basic shit
Right.
like that. This is a
Yes.
great tool for this. All right. You want to try another one, or you seem really tired.
Yeah. I had that meeting with Benno, and then I decided it would be an amazing idea to go back to sleep. It was
Okay.
not that
You
grand of an idea, but we're here now, so we'll do one
all
more.
right. All right, cool.
Give an int n, return true if it is within 10 of 100 or two, if it's within 10 of 100 or within 10 of 200. Note that math abs nums computes the absolute value of a number. I'm guessing that's some Java shit.
That's Java, yeah.
Okay. So I
So
need to.
we do have an absolute value function in Erlang. That's not how I would write that. So within, okay, so 90 is included.
So
Okay,
if it's between 90 or 110 or 190 to 210, it returns true.
yes,
Otherwise false. That should be easy.
yep.
Easy, easy, easy. What is the matter here? Insert mode. Enter, enter. No, no,
Nope,
no. Okay.
just escape and undo.
Escape. Oops. Undo. Hold up. Redo was Control R. Yeah.
There we
Okay.
go. Yep. Oh,
So
to go
now
to make it
enter, enter. Okay. Near underscore 100 with no spelling errors. 100 is going to be. Hmm. Hmm. So we are defining is an integer. We're just going to put that as num. Is num going to
cool.
be
Num is great.
okay? Num, and I guess it's just a single variable, so we don't need to do
Yep,
any crazy shit. So we'll just close that.
yep. What's that going to
Um,
go to?
it's going to go to an if statement, right?
In most languages, yes.
Oh, but not Erlang. Erlang special. Okay, so what does it go to in Erlang?
Well, you could do I mean you could do it with an if statement if you want to. Erlang does have an if statement. It's just we almost never use it.
Okay.
So try writing it with an if statement. So Erlang does have if.
Okay. If
Lowercase
if
um, type in the condition.
if num is less than shit. I realize my issue here because I can declare it for 100, but what do I do for 200?
Well, you can have multiple branches of the if statement.
Oh, wait a
So I'll
second.
show
If it is greater than 90, can I do and
you.
less than 110?
You would need to do num greater than 90 and num less than 110.
Got it. Num less less than 110.
And then to do then, you do, so actually the way you do this, after if, so escape, go to the beginning of num on this line,
This
the
one
first
or the
num,
other one? Okay.
the other one. And then insert, oh, before the num, so I. Hit enter. Okay, this 8 space indentation is really obnoxious. We will change, I can show you how to change the Vim settings in a minute. Okay, hit escape. Shift A to go to the end of the line, then goes to enter. And what is it in this case?
It is near 100, therefore it's true.
Okay, and then semicolon, enter. What's the next case?
Else if.
Erlang does not have else. Oh, apparently we do now. Fantastic. That's some bullshit the Elixir retards added. Um, it's not else if. So you just type in the next condition.
Oh, so I don't type if or anything?
No. So the semicolon says, if this first condition is true, then we're doing this. If the second condition is true, then
What have I done? And num is 210, then it is also true.
okay, then enter again. And then for
Else.
all, instead of else, I think in Erlang, I don't know what the hell else does. I've never used that. You just type in true because true always matches. So it just checks that value and evaluates it. And if it's a Boolean, it's a Boolean. And if it evaluates to true, delete else.
But
I
else
have
is
no idea what
yellow.
else. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
Type in true.
But it's false. Oh, these are
Yeah.
true. Okay.
Yeah. So the condition is true. So it
Right.
always matches, which is the equivalent of else. This is why we don't use if, because it's confusing. True goes to new line, false, new line, end for end, period.
Mm, okay.
Then right.
Wait, what the fuck? So if num is greater than 90 and less than 110, return true? Or is it not return true? Goes to true. But then true goes to false. So wouldn't that just be false if it's true?
Well, so
So, okay, so if I type in 100, that's near 100. So it's going to return true based on these criteria. And then doesn't it go down to here and then a true returns false?
correct. Yes.
So that's
So
backwards.
not quite because it's saying, so the first condition, so it goes if, checks
Mm-hmm.
the first condition, the stuff that is inside of there. So it might help um, before here. So hit escape, hit colon set number,
Colon
set
set
space,
number.
hit enter. Okay,
Okay.
go to line 18.
Line 18.
You can just do colon 18 to go there.
Colon 18.
Okay, put an open paren there. Um,
Okay, yeah.
Crap.
No. Yes. Okay.
And then at the before the goes to, put a close paren. And do the same one on the second clause. Okay, and then escape. So what if does is it checks whatever is inside the parenthesis.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to evaluate to either true or false.
Right.
It'll evaluate to one of those values. In the event that it evaluates to true, it picks that branch and executes the code in there.
Okay.
If that evaluates to false, it goes to the next one. And it just keeps going down until it finds one of them that evaluates to true.
Oh, okay. So it does it in order. It checks if this is true, and if it's true, returns true. Then if it's false, it checks this, and then it returns false. And if this is true, which is if
Yes,
these two
so
are false, then it'll return false.
so true is the
Oh,
equivalent of else because true is the thing that always evaluates to true.
yes.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes.
Now your function has a couple errors and there's a lot of ways to simplify it, but
Duh.
let's try compiling it and run it with those
So fuck.
the case we'll find the
It's
error you made.
C
C
space
not space,
C
C
of
open paren.
warm up one. Okay. Period. I'm gonna get that eventually. All right.
Nobody ever gets the periods. Every time you write a bunch of Erlang, you go to compile it and you have like 100 errors and they're all because you fucked up periods and commas are the equivalent of, so the semicolon is the equivalent of or. roughly
Mm-hmm.
in Erlang, and the period is the equivalent of stop, and the comma is the equivalent of and. Uh, did you write over in Vim? You probably forgot to save.
Two, no, 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 right.
There we go.
Yes. Okay.
Try C.
Compile. You want to go?
Okay, so you have a syntax error. Try
Oh,
wrapping the num less than 90 and num less than 110 in parens.
yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna kill somebody. All right. Oh, because I'm in right. Oh my goodness. Space. Okay.
Yeah. Don't rule of thumb, just never ever ever touch the arrow keys. That should be your rule of thumb in Erlang or in
But
Vim if you want to get good at it quickly.
but I
But
can't
my
help
arrow keys.
myself. But my arrow keys. All right, fine.
Now write and try again.
You win this time. Okay.
Okay.
False. Hey, look at that.
Okay. Now true.
So what do I do not to touch the arrow keys in this situation? I can't help myself.
Control. Oh, in Vim or in Erlang, in the Erlang shell, you can try the arrow keys. That's fine. You can do
Oh,
Control F and Control B, forward and backward a character,
oh, how's
and then
that harder?
Control.
How's that easier than the arrow keys? You
It's
teaching me some
not.
black
It's
magic.
it's not. That's why I'm teaching you Vim and not Emacs, because that's what the commands are in Emacs.
All right, she looks like it works. Oh, but I guess I may as well test the actual guidelines. 93 will return true, and 90 will return
What'd you fuck up?
the values. I fucked up the values. This needs to
You can
be
switch. You can do
89.
80, or you can do less than or greater than or equal to. So just put an
Oh,
equal sign after the greater than.
insert equals.
There you go. And you also want that on the other ones.
No.
Escape. There you go. It's equals less than is the operator. In most languages, it's less than equal. In Erlang, it's the thing always the arrow always points toward the equal sign.
Well, who
XP, the
designed it like
transpose
that?
character.
That's dumb.
It's way better.
Okay.
It is. It genuinely is.
Shit. What have I done?
You hit enter.
Okay. No, I will not be fooled again. Damn it. No. What am I doing, man? Okay. I can do this
You're learning like 7 things at once.
without touching the arrow keys. No, not equals to. Escape that. Insert equals to. Yes. Bam.
Escape to get it. There we go.
This way. Insert equal sign. Escape.
And now right.
W. Then we compile. Done. And now we do this and it'll say true, like it was always meant to.
All
And
right.
then
Now,
89, shit.
oh yeah, you can try.
89, false. Yay.
Okay. Now, along the lines of remember when I was saying, testing if something is equal to true and then returning true, you can just
Mm-hmm.
return the thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a similar sort of simplification that you can make to this, and you don't need an if statement at all.
Okay, enlighten me. Oh, you're
Well,
telling me to figure it out. Okay.
yeah, I'm telling you to figure it out. So I would start a new function and call it like nearHundred too.
Okay.
and so that you can use this as a reference point. I think I need to refill my propane tank again because it's
Okay.
getting chilly.
Near 100 to
You
num.
could also just use the numeral 2. It can't start
Oh,
with a number, but numbers can be in there.
okay. I'll do Roman numerals. Near 100
Oh, that's
II.
oh yeah, Craig will love that. Craig would love that. He would go complete.
Unironically? Okay.
No, he would completely chimp out and he'd go, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Okay. Amazing.
Oh, dude. Okay, so we have this idea for making sort of a version of Erlang that has like the most obnoxious possible syntax. Um, because there's like Elixir, and then there's this thing called Lisp flavored Erlang, and then there's a couple other languages that run on the Beam, which is Erlang's virtual machine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we were going to make one based on that proving language that Jarvis and I were playing around with, and we were going to call it cock flavored Erlang.
Oh, God. Yeah,
That's literally
COQ. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes. And I just realized perfect thing is that the only instead of numbers being like or instead of them being Arabic numbers, it's only Roman numerals.
Yeah, that's super easy to use.
That would be how we're going to do it.
Oh, crap. I'm glad I gave you that idea. Okay.
That's
So are
great.
you basically saying write this without an if statement?
Yes. So maybe just focus on the first case for now, and let's just forget about if we're near 200. Let's just write one that's only if we're near 100.
Okay.
How
So
would we do that?
wouldn't it just be the same thing?
Mm-hmm. Almost. Okay. So, yep. Okay. Not. Well, you know,
Yes.
well, or try what you're about to do and see what happens.
Since it's not an if statement, it's not going to follow the exact same.
Yeah, you're just returning a value, so you just end it with a period.
So is it near 100? True. Okay. And then can I just do,
You're going to get like a billion syntax errors. I'm just telling you.
I love that.
Okay, forget about the one.
Yeah. I guess that's a given. I don't need this, right? If it's not true, then it's false.
Hmm. So
So I
you
can
can
just
just
delete
delete
this
that
whole
line.
thing. Okay.
Yes, and you don't need the maps to true is the point because the value num bigger than or equal to 90 and num less than or equal to 110 that evaluates to a Boolean, which is what you're trying to return.
Okay, so what you're saying is this is good. I only needed this, which I
Correct.
can tell is wrong, but we're going to run with it anyway. Why are you being so difficult? W. Okay,
Okay. Now,
here we go. This is not going to return any issues. Okay. Haha.
okay, but for near 100 of 2,
Warm up one. Near 100 the second.
near 100 the second.
It's going to go 93. Ta-da. True.
Okay, cool.
We're going to do that again, but we're going to input 90. It's going to say true. Okay. And then we're going to do 89 and it's going to say false.
Okay.
Victory.
Now, along this same idea, how do we adjust nearHundred the second so that it also handles the case where we're close to 200?
Um, an or statement.
Yeah. So wrap everything that you've already written in parens.
Oh, insert this. And then I go, how
Escape.
does it to the beginning? It's Shift
0
C. Nope.
or
It isn't
0.
Shift C. Escape. 0.
Shift C changes to the end of the line
Why? Why? No, undo.
because
Okay.
you suck at Vim. 0,
Evidently.
no.
Why? Okay, so when I
Hit
do insert
escape.
here, okay, yes, hit escape.
Okay,
Is it
now
here and
hit
then
A.
A?
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah, there you go. And then
got it.
escape capital A to append to the end of the line. Escape capital A. There we go. And then I would do a new line
Nope. Capital A. O. No. Escape. O.
or
Or enter.
open paren.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay, or that works too.
Period.
All right. All right. There we
Write
go.
that. This masterpiece is now going to work.
Yeah,
Okay,
so try
warm
like
up.
one. Yep.
Warm up near 100 to the second is now we're going to go with 193, and that will return true. And then 190 will return true. And then 189 will return false. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. I assume you're out of steam. Sounds like.
I could keep going all day. I'm starting to get a little loopy, but that means I'm starting to have fun. So,
Okay. Okay. Did you take some edibles or something?
no,
Or
no,
no?
I don't know. I couldn't
Okay.
tell you. I
Okay.
couldn't tell you.
Um, okay. So maybe next exercise
Okay.
is we're gonna do nearHundred the third,
Oh,
and we're
really?
gonna write it with we're gonna do it with absolute values. So
Okay. Near 100 I num. Okay. How do we do it with absolute values?
okay. So go back over to Erlang, or go back to the Erlang shell. Okay. Oh, by the way, you can Alt Tab to switch windows in Linux.
A bolt of you to assume I have an alt on my keyboard. Oh, I do. It's called
Or
option.
it
Fair enough.
option.
Okay.
Yeah, there you
Right. So you're
go.
saying I should just unplug my mouse and then learn like that?
Um, well, so you still do need the mouse in this bullshit Linux that has like windows and stuff.
Right.
But the thing that I use, the tiling window manager, um, then I think you could almost get away with not having a mouse at all. Um,
Interesting.
anyway, so I think it's a built-in function, ABS. Try ABS of -3.
Of -3. Period. 3.
Okay, cool. So here's an interesting thing. If you do num -100, so just do like 90 minus 100, period. Okay, -10. Now do abs of 90 minus 100.
Is it going to return 10?
Yes. So
Okay.
what absolute value of the difference between two numbers is it returns the distance between number A and number B.
Oh, okay.
So equivalently, we could just test if the difference or if the distance from 100 is less than 10 or less than or equal to 10.
So wait a second. Why did this first abs return three? Is because if there's only because
Because
zeros. Okay.
absolute value of a negative number, absolute value is just if it's absolute value of 3 is 3, absolute value of minus 3 is 3. It's
Okay.
just
So it
that
just
it's
assumes
just the
zero. Got it.
yeah, well, absolute value of 0 is still 0. It just returns the value where it just is a positive number or 0.
Okay.
So try
Right.
abs of 0.
Well, I mean, when I say zero, I mean it's the exact same as going zero minus three. It's just going to return three. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So for nearHundred the third, let's try each of those two Booleans. Let's try writing each of those in terms of absolute values rather than an and.
Okay. And without an if statement.
And without an if statement, correct.
Okay. I got this. Um,
One thing that might be helpful, um, this was actually introduce you to a new concept in Erlang. Maybe make actually just do what you're doing, and then I don't want to give you more things to think about.
ta-da. How'd I do? I guess
Almost.
I
You
need
also
to do,
need the two
I
the
gotta do the
200 first.
200. Yeah. Oh, and then I gotta do a double close. Wait, do I? No, I don't. That's good.
There you go. All right. Now escape W. Okay. Now there's a pretty serious error, logical error you made, but I want to before you run it, I want to see if you can find it, and then if you can't, run it and see.
No, I have no clue.
All right. Try running it and see what happens. So compile and try it.
Okay, everything's good. Near 100. The third. 93. True. Okay. 90. True.
Huh?
89. So you just don't understand that. Oh, wait a second. Why is that true?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
There appears to be an error.
Yeah, there's a pretty serious logical error, and then I thought that it would, I was confused because I thought it would return false on 93, but it turns out you made two errors and they canceled out. So the thing is, here, actually, let me show you something. I want to show you a list comprehension syntax. So open square, um, warm up 1 colon nearHundred the third
The third. You love the naming convention. You can't deny.
of n, capital N.
Wait, of n,
No,
like
no,
in
no,
the
no, no,
brackets?
not OF, of open paren,
Okay, n. Got it, got it.
close paren,
Mm-hmm.
space, double pipe,
Double pipe.
space, n comes from, so the opposite of goes to. There we go. Space, lists colon seek, lists colon seq, of 1 to 10, of open paren 1 comma 10,
Comma 10.
close
Close
paren,
paren, close square
close
brackets,
square,
period.
period.
Send. True, true,
Okay,
true, 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 true.
so just run list seek colon 1 of 110 just to see what that does.
I'm guessing it's going to list me all the numbers to 10. Okay.
Yeah. So make like a that's called a list comprehension, that syntax. Make a list comprehension that does 2 times each of those numbers for me.
That does 2 times each of those numbers. Okay, I can do this. Lists seek.
That's going to be a syntax error because you have 2 parentheses.
That was on purpose. Look at this. Bam. Is that not how that works? Is that not math notation, or is that just Erlang
Well,
doesn't like that?
that would be the type of bullshit notation you'd see in math. So
Right.
just do so go to the beginning of the line, Control A, go to the beginning of the line, open square, 2 times n, space, double pipe, space, n comes from list seek of 1
Ah,
to 10.
okay. Close square, period. Send that shit. Okay.
Okay, this is just a convenient notation. There's actually here, let me do capital F, see if F is defined. So just run capital F, period. Okay, do F space equals space lowercase fun of open paren q, capital Q, close paren space no go Q goes to not comes from 2 times Q space end period end period. Hit enter. So try f of 3, f open paren 3. So try Erlang, ERLANG, lowercase, colon, apply, APLLY, open paren, f, comma, open square, 3, close square, close paren. So this is how function application works. So it actually is running Erlang colon apply. So f is just a function. Functions are first class values in Erlang. You can pass them as arguments. You can do something. So now let's do nums, nums, is equal to list seek 1 to 10. What was the error you made?
Oh, gee, I don't know. Nums. Nums.
Lowercase nums is an atom, and you're asserting that an atom is equal to a list.
So I need to do nums like this?
Yes, there we go.
Okay.
Now do lists colon map of f and nums. Capital F, because it's our function. Period. So for each number, it runs f on, or for each element in the list, it runs f on that element. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to the nearHundred, the third problem, and let's see if you can stare at that for a second and figure out what the logical error you made was. And if you can't figure it out in like a minute, I'm gonna show you a different thing that you can do that might make your code a little bit more readable.
What are you trying to say, huh? Okay. Oh, don't touch the mouse. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna
Num.
go pee. I'm gonna go pee, and if you don't figure it out by the time I get back, then I'll just tell you.
Okay.
Oh, bummer, you figured it out, Dick.
Oh, sorry. Did I take away the fun that you were gonna have?
Yeah, well, I was gonna show. Well, I will still show you what I was gonna want to show you, so that
It made me feel like it was a syntax error, but in the end, it was just a stupidity error.
yes, yeah, yeah. That's why I said a logic error, not a
Ah, logic error. Yes. Ta-da. And then
yes.
I guess I
Okay,
can do
so
them
what I'm gonna
for.
show you is kind of a way that you can write your code so that when you make errors like this, it's more obvious when you're reading it. Okay.
Okay.
So go to nearHundred the third, or maybe, okay, actually, let me show you something. Um, so go to line 33, Shift V, down to the end of the function definition. Y, hit Y, stands for yank. Okay, go to the end of 36 and hit capital or lowercase p. Okay. And then put some capital O to insert a blank line above. Nope, capital O.
I can do this. Capital O. No, that's still. Oh, I'm still in write
Escape,
mode.
escape. There we go. And then put a couple of empty lines there.
Why do you hate me like so? Okay. I can do this.
And
Capital O, enter, enter, escape. Okay.
all right, cool. Now let's make nearHundred the fourth.
Oh, of course.
So all right, cool. So on line, so hit lowercase o, make a new line. Capital D, distance from 100. So distance, distance, capital from, conventional in Erlang for variables to be camel case. Space equals, what is the distance from 100? Which are the values that are in your expression?
Habs 100 minus number.
Correct. Yes.
Do I have to bracket that?
Nope.
But I do have to bracket 100
Yeah.
minus number.
Yes.
Okay.
And then hit comma. Now do a similar one for distance from 200. Or new line, new line, new line. It's not strictly required by the syntax, just a readability thing. Comma. And then, so the last value in the function, so if you just have a bunch of things separated by commas, the last thing is what's going to get returned. So say distance from 100, so open paren, distance from 100 is less than or equal to 10, or equal to or less than, sorry,
Yeah, you. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
10, or close paren, or distance from 200 is less than, close paren, period. And I would put, see how, so what I, so, and then I would go hit escape, delete the 3 lines that are after the end of the function, Okay, go to 45, um, and then insert 2 spaces before the or. Okay, escape. Now hit capital J, Shift J. That joins 2 lines. Now, I see how this is sort of a compound expression, so just conventionally, you want to indicate that these are not. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Or yeah, you can do that. That works too. Now, see how if you had fucked up the greater than or less than signs here, like just go ahead and make that edit so that you can
I'm gonna get this eventually. Nope.
X to delete a character,
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
and then make it greater than or equal to. No,
Is this amusing for you to watch?
yes, it is because I went through exactly this process many times.
Many a
There we go.
moons ago.
Yes, yes. Everyone goes through this learning Vim, and it's just annoying, and it takes a couple of weeks of using it, and then it's like way more efficient, and you can get a lot done really quickly. It's just you can understand how like this is like a way faster approach, but it's kind of like learning how to touch type, right?
Yeah, it's like riding a bike.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, exactly.
Warm up one.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I don't really necessarily, you don't have to run, I mean, you can run this function if you want. Um,
Near 100 the fourth. Fourth of his
near
name for the
near
number
hundred the
93.
fourth.
Fourth of his
Yes,
name. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
just
Wait, so
it's
wait,
odd.
how would this help me identify the issue?
Because you can read it and say distance from 100 is greater than or equal to 10. No, I want less than or equal to. Whereas
Oh,
when
I
you're
see.
reading the other thing, you're like abs 100 minus 9, and then you have to go through and go in a branch and go, okay, abs of, okay, that's the distance, okay, and then 10, and then you just scroll right over the fact that you fucked up the less than or equal sign. So when you have variables that have names, then it allows you to kind of read out loud. You want to be able to read your code out loud and understand immediately what it does. Does that make sense? And
Yes.
there's zero cost to doing this from a processing perspective because the compiler just does substitutions, which is an advantage in a language where you have patterns rather than variables. Because if that's mutable, it has to go check what the variable is because it could have changed. Whereas if it's an immutable variable, it can just do a substitution.
Okay.
Yes. Um, does this all kind of make sense?
Yeah, I can start designing wallets now, 100%.
Yes, 100%, right? All right, so um, you're not as far away from that as you think. I'll say that. All right. Do you want to try a non-warm up problem, one that's
Oh,
actually going to
a
require
big boy
some movement?
problem. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we'll try like lists one. Let's go to Python. Those I think will map better to Erlang because Java has okay, go to like list
List
one.
one.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Just I don't know, pick a random one. It's up to you.
First, last, six. Give an
All
array of
right.
ints, return true if six appears as either the first or the last element in the array. The array will be length of one or more. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So I've already showed you enough that you can do this.
Sure, I can.
You don't need an
First,
if statement. I'll tell you that already.
I don't know why they just come intuitive to me. First to last, six.
It's normal because it's English, right? You want to say if. That's how you're thinking the problem. If this,
Yeah, you're right, I do. All right, so
which is
first
why
last
I was
six,
showing
if
you this.
this declares it as an array, right? Or do I have to define in there?
You need an open paren
Okay.
because it's your, there we go.
So what, like this, empty array?
Yeah, well, you're never going to get an empty array. The array will always be of length 1.
Okay. So how do I? Okay, fine. List. There.
So, well, you can just pass a list in. That will only match on if you have a list containing only one element, and it will call that element list.
Ah, okay. So do I just?
List.
Oh, so I just right because it's you don't have to define variables in Erlang. Okay, it'll
Or
do
you
it
don't
for
have to
you.
define types. Yes. You
Types and
don't in
list is
Python either. Python's also
no
dynamically
fair
typed.
enough. Okay. Hmm.
You
So I guess I have to define list. Well, no, I define
so
list when I
I
type the function.
so
Okay.
let me give you go over to Erlang. I'm going to give you a function that will so lists colon we have a list. What was it called for the I think it was nums. Type nums period just to check. What you do? There you go. Okay. Do lists colon nth nth. No, no nth. There we go. Open paren of 1 and nums. Close paren. There you go. Okay. Now do lists nth of 10 and nums. Okay. Now do length of nums. length. It's a built-in function. No, not lists colon length, just length. Not lengths, length, singular length of nums. Okay. So now you can figure out how you can get the first item in the array, which you need to see if the first one is 6. You can find the length of the list and get the last item in the list by just saying the last
Oh,
first index is the length of the list, and then lists nth of that and the list. And then you can check if both of them are equal to 6 and return. And then after you do that, I will show you a more elegant way to do this.
okay, okay. I can do this. I can do this. This is just simple stuff. Okay, so logically,
Here, let me show you a way to break down this problem to make it a little bit simpler.
oh, I
Do
got
this
this.
as, oh, you got it? You don't want help? Okay.
No if statements. Why not, man? If statements just make the world go round. Everything is built off of them. Okay, fine,
Well,
fine.
okay, write it as an if statement for write it first and then make it nice later. Get
Okay,
something that works first and then make it
we're doing this.
whiteness is a process. Okay.
The
It's
first. Okay. I know that makes you so happy. Okay. Right. Hmm. If
All right.
All right. Okay, I'm sorry. Right, serious faces. Okay. Lists. If lists
Ooh,
nth
that coffee is not good. That is not good.
one
Coffee's not.
list equals
How do you test for equality? That's assignment. To test for equality, what do you do? It's equals colon equals. No, equal
yes.
colon equal. There we go.
Yes, if I stop fat fingering keys, we can do this. Okay. 6
Then goes to.
goes to
Then you can just do
true.
it on the same line. There we go. Then semicolon.
And then lists nth lang. Can I do it like this?
Yep, that'll work.
Ta-da! Oh, no,
Yeah, you
not
have a
ta-da.
syntax there. Yep.
Ta-da!
All right.
Should be easy. C, uh, what is this called? Warm up 1. Why? Okay. Um,
Oh, yeah,
illegal
yep.
guard.
Okay, yep. So this is why we don't use if. Um, because inside of the if, it can't have to do any external function calls. So you have to create a variable, like say, okay, here, just go to line 48. Let me just show you. Okay, or go to line 49. Sorry. Type, hit V and select everything that lists nth one list is equal to 6. Hit X. Okay, go back up to line 48, capital O. A equals escape. Uh, lowercase p. Okay, comma. Escape with, or after comma. Append comma. The end of the line.
Comma.
Okay.
Okay. I hate
Do the
this. I
same
hate
thing.
this. I hate this. Okay.
Then, yeah, you need to make it capital A because lowercase a is an atom.
Show you an atom. All right.
That works. And then do the same thing. Make B for the second case.
And how did you select this? It's N,
Or it's visual. V.
V, X, up,
Yes.
up, insert, delete. No. One
It's
of
okay.
these days. All right. And then P. No. Escape P,
Comma.
comma.
Nope.
Okay.
You have to insert. You have to go into insert mode to put your comma.
Oh, that's not where I was at yet. Okay. Yeah, I was just looking
Okay. Yeah.
at the rest of
Now
this.
do
So
so
this is,
if A then goes to true, if B then goes to true. That's how you would do that.
oh, so I start my, you want to go, buddy? We can go. Okay. 0. No. There
I
we
love that
go.
I'm trying to teach you like 15 things at once and they're all like
If,
frustrating the other. Okay.
if A
So, right. So
leads to
if A,
true.
yep.
And then B would also be true. And then true leads to false. End. Okay, so my question is, how is this different? Because doesn't this just...
So the reason is that inside of the
Oh,
if
inside of
is
the
a,
if. Okay, got it. I
yeah, you
can't.
can't. So
But
what
wait,
this
isn't
has to
A an
do,
external function? Isn't that the same thing? So isn't A calling to this, which is
no,
outside of the...
okay, okay, this is an issue of like very specific weirdness in how Erlang works. So what it does is it executes line 48 and it says, okay, A is equal to lists colon nth. Now what that has to do is it actually goes into the Erlang like runtime and says, I need to find a module called lists. Is there a module called lists? It has to do a lookup. And then, okay, I found the module. Is there a function called nth that takes two arguments? There is. Okay, now I'm going to now do this application and then test if that's equal to 6. So it has to go and do a lookup is the reason. And so basically you can't have a lookup inside of a guard. That's the rule.
Okay,
It's really fucking strange, which is why we
okay,
don't use, well, many reasons we don't use if. Like you will see if on occasion, but the vast majority of the code that I've written does not use if.
okay, okay, okay.
Sixth the first. I like that we have both the numeral 6 and the first.
Yeah, well, first six
We
is a
should
part
have
of the name of the
no
function,
we
and then...
you know what we should do? We should have senior and junior,
Oh,
and then
okay.
those will be no in cock flavored Erlang. One is going to be senior, two is going to be junior,
And then
and then
if it
it's going
goes
to be
to
third.
three, then it'll go to third. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Okay, so this should return true. Yes.
yes.
1, 2, 3 will return. Wait, what? Oh, it's 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 6, 1, 2, 3 will also return true. And then 13, 6, 1, 2, 3 will return false.
All right,
Hell yeah.
all right. So Terry Davis would be screaming right now at you for the way
Well, he'd
that.
be...
Yes, yes, he would be. He would not be happy with this situation at all. Okay, so first thing, let's make first, last, sixth the second.
Oh boy.
So I would do Shift V for visual line and then copy it and then start second.
Shift. So what? Shift C? Oh shit.
No, that's to change. Escape and hit U. Y is for yank. Before it was
Okay.
copy, it was yank. Y.
Shift what? You said shift Y. Okay.
And
Yanked.
then
And then
P,
P.
lowercase p. Yes. Now let's make it the second. So the first thing you should spot is that there should be a pretty simple way to get rid of the if statement.
There should be a simple way to get rid of the... Well, let's look at how we did it before. We
Yeah,
just made statements that needed to return true. Okay.
and instead of A and B, maybe you call it the first element is first element 6, last element 6 instead of A and B. It's up to you.
There. Okay. Now, wait a second. Isn't it just declare those two? So, like,
There you go. You have a typo, but yes, you have two typos. Now we have one typo. If you need to swap case, remember it's tilde. Then you need a period at the end.
oh, right. I can just do this. Oh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, nice.
You need a
Okay.
period at the end of the function. Otherwise, it's going to chimp out.
I'm not a woman. I don't need a period. What did I just do? Okay. A
Shift A to, there we
period.
go. There we go.
Escape. Write that shit.
All right, cool.
Compile that shit. Okay. Run that shit. Warm up. One. Holy shit. One. First. Last. Six. The second. And we will type 1, 2, 6. Wait. No, we won't. We will type square bracket 1, 2, 6. I just there. True. Okay. And now we will add in a 6. That will be true. Wait, we were supposed to change that to a 3. That's still true. And then we're going to add a 13. False. Hallelujah.
All right.
Would that make Terry
All right.
Davis proud?
No, well, he'd be a little happy. So this is like, all right, so like before we're like African level of black. So this like first last the first is like Somalia, and we've upgraded to like, you know, Nigeria. All right. So we're improving, but we got a long way to go. So let's try the third. Okay. Now, the if you scroll up, you remember it was the one where we were adding not to the beginning of the string, not string. You notice how this is the normal way to do the equivalent of if statements in Erlang is you pattern match inside the function head. That's called the function head. Um, Basically, you check the argument before it even enters the function. Does that make sense?
Okay, but where did we check the argument before it enters the function here?
If s is equal to not, so it attempts to run that code. So it attempts to run s
Oh,
equals
okay.
not plus plus, and it will actually create an error because it fails the pattern match, and so it says, okay, well, it's not this branch. Let's try the next one.
Oh, so if it fails this, this just means, okay, go to S.
If
Wait.
it passes that, it goes to s. So if s is a string that equals not plus plus a bunch of other crap, then it'll just return s.
Okay.
And in the second case, The second case will be the situation where we failed the first case. So where the string does not begin with NOT. So this is equivalent to an if statement, 12 and 13 there.
Why
This
is
is the
that
way
just
that
like
we,
not intuitive to me? Okay, so notString equals s.
well, because that's kind
Oh, okay,
it's
yeah.
because this is also like this weird Erlang pattern matching thing, and it's not intuitive that that because there's like 7 concepts going on here at once. So that's kind of the issue. It's not that okay. So um okay, let's okay, we're on the third. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna be pattern matching on list. What's going on? Were there sirens where you are, or is that here?
That might have been me yawning.
Okay,
That was probably so I
okay,
didn't hear sirens.
okay. So probably someone called an ambulance. I don't know. There's a bunch of old people who live in where I live, and so probably that. So the way that I would write this is first, last, the sixth, the third. So I would just
It's not the sixth, it's just sixth the third. All
sixth, the
right.
third, yes. So I would delete all the code that's inside of there.
Yeah.
I would not use lists colon nth or list colon length. So instead of list, I would change that to, so I would delete list,
Oh,
and we're
okay.
gonna, the third of open square. Dude, do you need to go to bed, man?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I definitely do not need to sleep more.
Dude, it's like 6 p.m. there. I mean,
Are you looking at my camera and all my like hand motions and stuff? Yeah.
yeah, dude. What if no, if you're tired, dude, you gotta go sleep, man.
I'm
Um,
pushing it a little bit. This will be the last one. That's fine.
okay. So I would do open square
Mm-hmm.
6 space pipe space underscore close square close paren goes to true. Uh, next new line. First, last, six, the third.
Oh, and then the
Of
same thing but backwards. So underscore pipe
um actually
six.
that almost
Okay.
almost um what I would do that's the correct idea, and it's not it wouldn't quite work. Um the reason that that wouldn't work, first of all, a list is a list prepended onto another list. So remember before, okay, so go into the Erlang terminal for a moment. Do open square one pipe to the empty list. Open close square period. Okay, and then do one pipe two. Yes, so see, Erlang is a dynamically typed language. So if you make up some nonsense, like I am prepending this element onto the number 2, then it will say, okay, cool. That's a first class value in Erlang, is you can just do that. But that's not the list 1, 2. To make the list 1, 2, it would be 1. So do 2 up arrows, or 1. Okay. And then inside the second level of list, do 2 pipe empty list. Now hit enter. Yes, so this is actually what a list is it's an element prepended onto another element, prepend onto the empty list. That's how lists work.
Okay. And how do you
Okay.
append a list? Is it
Yeah, so appending a list is a little bit trickier because this is just how lists work, is it's element, 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 element. So to get to the end of the list, what I would do on line 64 is I would do um, uh, delete everything you wrote before the open paren or after the open paren. Underscore, space, plus plus, space, open square, 6, close square, close paren, goes to true. Semicolon, then new line, first, last, sixth, the third,
okay?
of just underscore, close paren, goes to false. Okay. Now visually align it so that the arrows are all lined up. Okay, cool. And then escape and hit right. Okay, now you see how you look at first, last, sixth, the first versus first, last, sixth, the third. You can
Mm,
test mine to see if it works, if you want.
okay. Wait, just C.
I think compile should also work, but I don't know for sure.
I'm
I
gonna
only
find
ever
out
use
right
C.
now. Why would you use compile when you have C?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not a thing.
it doesn't
Illegal
like
pattern.
plus plus.
Okay. Okay, so my pattern, it doesn't like my that's unfortunate. Okay. So I guess I would look up type go into Erlang again. Type lists colon and hit tab. Okay. Is there a last? Hit tab again. Folder,
Last
last, yes.
there is.
Yes, okay. So I would do, okay. So, okay. So I would go into 64. So this is be my first attempt, and apparently that's not valid. So I would do um, replace the underscore plus plus 6. Just delete all that shit, everything there. And I would just replace everything inside there with list, a capital list, because lowercase list is just the atom list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then after the arrow, I would make a new line. And I would say lists colon last of list is equal pipe or equal colon equal to 6. And then period. and then just delete everything after that.
No. No, don't tell me I can do this. It's V. No, but not Shift V. It's just V. Down. X. Okay.
All right, and then maybe
Do the
and then
same for the
for a
other
one.
one. Lists last or lists first list equals to
No,
6.
no, 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 no. So the first line, the first clause is totally fine. That just says 6 prepended onto the rest of the list.
But
So if the
would
first element,
lists first list work? Would that still work?
I don't think that there's a list first, but you could check
Okay, well
because
let's
you would never use a list first. You would, I mean, you can check.
I'm just gonna test this first. Warm up. Okay. First underscore last 6 the third.
It's warm up 1 colon. Control A to go to
Oh,
manual.
right.
Yeah, so try it out.
Okay. Okay.
All right, all right. I
Now,
um I have one more exercise that I would like you to try. But if you're pooped, then
no, I
then
can do one more since you asked so
one more.
nicely.
Okay. This is a okay. So this is a program called FizzBuzz, which I think I've shown you before, and I want you to write it. So the definition of the problem is you are given the argument as an integer, so it's FizzBuzz of n, or whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. Um, Now, if n is divisible by 3, you print fizz, and to print, you do IO colon format of fizz backslash n.
Sorry,
And if n is
what was that
divisible,
last part?
go over to Erlang or the terminal, or the Erlang terminal. IO colon format, open paren, open quote, FIZZ backslash n. Lowercase n, close paren, period. Okay, and then to print buzz, yeah, you forgot to close the quote, and so it thinks you're inside of a string. You're still giving it characters in the string. Okay, and then for fizz buzz, it's two. Okay, cool. Um, so if the number is divisible by 3, you print fizz. If the number is divisible by 5, you print buzz. Except if it's divisible by both 3 and 5, then you print fizz buzz.
So divisible
And
by
if it's
15? Or,
yes, and if
okay.
it's divisible by neither of them, you just don't print anything.
Hmm.
And I will give you a hint. Go
No
over
if
to,
statements. Okay.
well, you're welcome. I want you to solve the problem. So But what I'm going to show you is how to test for divisibility over in Erlang.
Okay.
So go over to Erlang, do say n is equal to, what's the number that's divisible? 30. Okay, n is equal to 30. Type n space rem space 3, period. So it's n mod 3. We talked about modular arithmetic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if n is divisible by 3, n mod 3 is equal to 0. So open paren n rem 3, close paren, equals colon equals 0. So that's for n is divisible by 3.
Got it.
And
Okay.
then
And then five
for
for,
n,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
okay. And then I'm going to show you, actually for this, go ahead and just use an if statement because there's some, I would use some syntax in Erlang that I haven't taught you yet. So for now, just use an if statement. The if statement is going to be the most elegant way to do this. Oh, hit escape. Let me show you something. Go back up to 69 and then hit shift period and hit that twice. That indents the line. And then shift comma does the opposite.
Okay.
Okay, so
Neat.
yeah. And then hit tab just to indent. There you go.
Wait a second. Okay. Not true.
Don't worry about getting rid of an if statement right now. Just worry about writing a function that's correct and then worry about making
Yes.
it nice later. 1 second. I gotta get ready for jiu-jitsu in like an hour. So this will be a good stopping point. I actually don't know if it's at 5:30 or 6. I should probably check. I remember it was at 5:15 for the longest time, and then
You thought you could trick me. You really did. But I am too wise for these shenanigans. I realized that it would declare 3 and 5 first, so I need to do 15 at the beginning. Oh. And rem 15. And then to make my OCD nice, I'm going to do that. 0. Then IO format FizzBuzz /n. Boom.
FizzBuzz divided by the atom n.
Okay, tough guy.
Okay, the \n, that's called an escape sequence. So it basically it needs to go inside the quote. It
Oh,
basically it's two it in your So it's one of those numbers. So just go over to Erlang or finish your edit and then
This is not supposed to be minus. This is supposed to be a 0. And there is my... Oh, and then I got to end it.
yep.
Wait. I'm a fool.
That
Insert.
does seem like what it should be. It seems like, but it makes sense if you realize that you might have an if follow, like you might, oh, there we
Okay.
go. You also have another syntax error because it has to be FizzBuzz and goes to.
Oh, goes to?
You have FizzBuzz and followed just by it. No. Go up to line 68.
Oh.
Yeah, you forgot these stupid these ant poop, we call them ant poop errors, are just fucking annoying, but just way she
Okay.
goes.
You don't like ant poop?
Uh, yeah, it's complicated. I have a complicated. Okay. So
6. Fizz. That's good. Okay.
yes, yeah, that's right. So put
Yes,
in a
yes.
prime number. Yeah, put in like 7 or something. Ooh,
Oh,
because it goes through the if and it says, well, none of these evaluated to true, so I guess I'm just gonna fucking kill myself then.
this is why there needs to be else. Okay. No. We can do this. Shut up. Bam. We go down. And then we just do true.
I would just do empty string. Okay. Okay.
Is there a problem?
There's no problem. There's no problem.
Beautiful.
You're well, now there is a problem,
Oh,
but you'll see when you go try to compile it. I think it's good for you to actually compile it instead of me telling you what the error is, to then try to compile it
syntax error
and
before end.
so you,
E.
this is and the reason is that so that you know. Okay, so that error message is not particularly helpful. It doesn't
Oh,
tell you where the error is.
you just can't have this. Okay.
Yeah, you can't end with a semicolon. There you go. Yeah. So,
Okay.
okay.
If no FizzBuzz 7. Okay.
Okay,
Beautiful.
cool. So, do you actually know the origin of where FizzBuzz came from?
No.
Yeah, so it came from is a guy, I can't remember, his first name is Joel. He's also the inventor of the Joel test, and I don't remember his first name. Might be his last name. I don't remember. Um, he created Stack Overflow, the website. He created a few other things. Um, and what was I going to say? Joel. Oh, he created this as an interview question because he was interviewing computer science grad. He was like interviewing people for jobs, and he kept
Hmm.
hiring people with CS degrees as programmers, and then discovering that they didn't know how to program. And so the birth of the interview question, which is now like this whole stupid fucking subculture for like weird striver kids. Um, it started with FizzBuzz, where he would just ask people who had like computer science degrees, okay, here, write me a function that does this. And the majority of them could not do that exercise that I just gave you.
Oh, wow. So I'm already ready for a job.
Yeah, you already are better than, an average computer science graduate in 1998.
Hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
so I want to show you, actually, can you replace with just empty string?
I suppose so, yeah.
Or you could even replace all of IO format with OK, with just OK. It doesn't really matter. And get rid of the new line as well. Just make it entirely empty. Oh, okay, that works too.
She said true. Okay.
Just OK, OK, yes, because that's what IO format returns. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then hit escape and write. Okay, and go recompile. Okay. Um, do for me. Okay, yeah, it should still work the same way. Okay, perfect. Um, so what I want you to do is we're going to run this on the numbers. Actually, okay, go back over to Erlang for me. Or correction, go back over to Vim. Okay, so in those IO format calls,
Mm-hmm.
so inside after the open quote, I want you to type in tilde insert tilde p colon space. Okay, and then do that on each line. Okay, now this will actually error if we try to run it. So the next thing we have to do is we're going to add a second argument to IO colon format in each line. So on line 70, go to the end of the string, the end of the close quote, type colon or type hit append a comma open space open square
Open space.
or correction space
Okay.
open square and close space or close square and
I'll do
capital
that.
N. Okay, and then do that on each line.
Comma space.
Hit escape to get it. There you go.
It's because you know what I'm doing? I keep lining up my hands to where like my four fingers are on J, K, L, and then colon instead of H, J, K, and
Yeah,
L.
yeah.
So I just need to.
So I'm just in the habit of this. This is up and down. This is to the right, and then this is to the left.
Okay.
Okay, and write and save it, and then run a couple of them just so that you can see what is going on. And there might be an error because I might have fucked up. Okay, try it on like 9. Okay, so all that does, tilde p means pretty print, and so what format is like if you want to print values to the terminal, there's a bunch of different control sequences for like how you want to print the value. So if you want to print it with like a bunch of leading digits, or you want to print it as like a float and you want this many digits of precision, or you want it to format it as a string, there's all sorts of complicated ways that you can format information. But tilde p is just the simplest one for just pretty print the whatever term it is. And so all that is doing is just printing the number next to it. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
So what I want you to do is in Erlang, I'm just going to show you another superpower. Let's call it nums the second
In
is
Erlang
yeah,
or in
nums the
Vim?
second in Erlang. In
Nums
yeah,
a
nums the
second.
second is list seek from -100 to 100 is equal to list seek from -100 to 100.
S-
SEQ, seek, as in sequence.
From 1
Minus
minus
100,
100?
no, -100 to 100, comma 100. Yeah, there we go. Then period. Okay, cool. Yeah, see how it's all of that piped onto a bunch of shit. You see how it formatted that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what I want you to do is lists colon for each. One word, no underscore. Open paren, fun space, warm up one colon, fizz under buzz /1, comma, nums the second, and then you forgot a close paren. Okay.
Well, well, well.
Okay. Now so try running that, but do the same thing, but with lists colon map instead. I just want to show you the difference. So lists colon map, it returns a list of all the outputs, which are all okay in this case. Lists for each just runs a function and assumes that you don't care about the result, which we don't in this case because we're just printing something. And then if there were no errors, it just returns okay.
Okay.
So what was my point? Um, oh, that is that weird janky syntax of module colon function slash the number of arguments it takes is called the arity. That's generally that's how you refer to functions is module colon function name slash arity. So remember at the very beginning of the file that we're done with coding. I just want to show you one thing and then we can get out of here.
Okay. What's up?
Go to
FU?
the hit GG to go to the beginning of the file. Okay, see where it says compile export all, no warn export all?
Mm-hmm.
So normally in Erlang, if you go to like any code that I have written, uh, hit return. Actually, go to, I'm trying to think of like one of our public repos that you could go look at. It doesn't matter. Here, go to git.qpq.swish/qpqag/hakuzaru. Git.qpq
Slash.
qpq-ag slash hakuzaru, Hakuzaru. Okay, go to src, go to hakuzaru or hz.url, hz.url at the very bottom. Okay, this is a bunch of comments. Scroll down. Okay, so see where it says export. So normally every module you have to explicitly state these are all of the functions that I want to be visible to the outside world. And this is how you mention them. And that was just going to be tedious because we were going to add a bunch of functions and this was just annoying. And so I said, okay, we'll have this hack that just exports all the functions.
Hmm.
That
Okay.
makes sense?
Yes.
All right.
But normally you wouldn't export all the functions?
Normally you don't. Normally you are very explicit about which ones you export because again, code is read way more often than it's written. And so when you write your code in kind of a standardized way so that anyone who comes in to read it, it should all kind of be in the same order every time. So when I'm reading an Erlang module, first thing I read is I go here and I say, okay, what functions are exported? And notice they're kind of grouped in a weird way. Um, and he has them like grouped. Okay, these are administration functions, these are query functions, these are serialization functions. And then I scroll, okay, now there's some types that are exported. Um, and then scroll down a bit, here's a bunch of types that are defined. And I'll show you how to use the type system in Erlang. Erlang does kind of have a type system. So you remember how I was saying Erlang is dynamically typed?
Mm-hmm.
So what Erlang doesn't have is compile time enforcement of types. So it's not going to make sure that your types are correct at compile time. If you type in something that is nonsense, it will just try to run with it and it will error if it errors, and if not, it won't. Um, However, there's this different program called Dialyzer. If you think about like dialysis, um, it's Dialyzer in that sense. And you can write in these type specs, and what it will do is is basically check that your function obeys the type spec, and present warnings to you if it doesn't. And so when you were writing code for other people to write, it's very customary to include type specs. So that's what that dash spec syntax is.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
That dash spec syntax there,
Mm-hmm.
network ID returns result when result is either the curly braces are called tuples. They're like arrays that are a fixed length. It
Okay.
returns a tuple containing the atom OK and a network ID or error and reason. And the network ID is going to be a string and the reason can be any arbitrary or lang term.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. And then we look at like chain nodes. Chain nodes takes in a list and it returns either OK or error or reason.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. So these are not enforced by the Erlang compiler. These are annotations that a different program can come in and read and analyze your code and tell you if it finds any errors. But it doesn't catch every single error. It's not enforced at runtime. Um, Sometimes you can have code that's correct that doesn't type check. And there's all sorts of different concepts of types. Um, so type systems vary a lot. So some of them have the constraint that, so dialyzer, for instance, says if it cannot find a counterexample, then it is okay. Then it type checks. So if it can find a counterexample, then it shows you an error. However, it could be the case that you have code that is not isn't type safe, or where there is a type error in it, and dialyzer won't catch them. Um, because dialyzer is pretty lenient because it's a dynamically typed language. Um, However, there's some languages, for instance, Java or C, which are called strictly typed languages, where basically if you cannot prove to the compiler that there is not a type error, then it's basically a question of like, where is the burden of proof? So in a strictly typed language like C or Java, you have to prove that there are no type errors. But
Mm,
in
okay.
Erlang, the type checker has to prove to you that there is an error. So there's like there's like the whole hierarchy and different all sorts of craziness with type theory. Um, that was the only thing I wanted to show you was the export syntax. All right, made a lot of progress today. Do you have any questions?
Most likely now, no, I don't.
All right,
I might try and
all
fiddle
right,
around with it, do some more problems, see what I can learn by myself, but
all
I
right.
appreciate you doing this with me. This has been very helpful.
Yeah. Again, the most useful thing is going to be learning Vim, probably.
Okay.
Even if you don't end up programming a lot, learning how to be able to edit text really, really quickly and
Right.
efficiently is going to go a very, very, very long way. Because most of what you do on a computer, especially if you are writing documents, most of what you're doing is editing text. And if you can do that
Right.
really quickly, yeah, you can
Okay.
see why I fucking hate word processors because I'm used to being able to write this efficiently.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Any last words, or should we head out?
No, it's all good. Thank you. Looking forward to doing this again. Learning a
All
lot.
right. All right. See ya.
Yeah,
I'll,
take
I'll try
care.
to upload this pretty soon. See ya. Bye.
Okay, cheers.